Hello, how are you? Some ways Attack on Titan changed Mikasa for the better. Mikasa's character development in Attack on Titan has seen her gain some exceptional traits. If you love the world of anime, be sure to subscribe and set the bell to all. Let's start the video. Among a sea of unforgettable characters in Attack on Titan, it's not hard to see why Mikasa Ackerman stands out. Renowned for her stoic demeanor and unwavering love and loyalty towards her best friend and series protagonist, Eren Yeager, Mikasa displays her impressive strength and sheer tenacity time and again. Over the past decade, fans have witnessed Mikasa grow from a small child with a tragic backstory unsure of her place in the world to a young adult partaking in the fight to eradicate the Titans in order to save humanity. Mikasa has endured enormous hardships and experienced brutal losses, which have both caused severe anguish and aided her growth simultaneously. Mikasa formed valued friendships outside Eren and Armin. Due to her unconditional love for her oldest and dearest friends, Eren Yeager and Armin Arlet, Mikasa didn't show too much of an interest in forming close relationships with anyone else when they first became soldiers. For the longest time, Eren and Armin were her only friends, but Mikasa gradually began to open up to other people. One of the first friends Mikasa made within the Story Corps was Sasha Bros. Sasha brought out the playful side of the usually aloof Mikasa, and the two could really relate to the fact that they were used to relative safety and were unnerved about venturing out into unknown territory. And the two could really relate to the fact that they were used to relative safety and were unnerved about venturing out into unknown territory. Mikasa suffered a devastating loss when Sasha passed away, illustrating to fans just how much the gregarious girl meant to her. She grasped the importance of teamwork. While Mikasa has always been incredibly skilled in combat, she often displayed a tendency to defy direct orders and act on her own, especially when Eren's safety is threatened. Mikasa scored a measly 6 out of 10 in teamwork, and while it wasn't horrible, compared to her other high scores, it wasn't the most impressive. Despite her recklessness, Mikasa was still able to work effectively in a team. Thanks to their shared Ackerman genes, Mikasa and Levi worked seamlessly together on many occasions, with their supreme physical strengths and ability to think fast allowing them to come out on top. Mikasa began to understand just how important teamwork is and recognized that, in order to say what's important to her, she couldn't work alone. Mikasa opened her eyes to the biggest picture. Mikasa has always been level-headed and pragmatic. Yet, when Eren was concerned, all logic went out the window. Mikasa became rash and reckless due to her habit of prioritizing his safety over everything else, and she would go to any lengths to ensure his safety. As the situation worsened and Eren himself became the biggest threat to humanity's safety, Mikasa started to open her eyes to As the situation worsened and Eren himself became the biggest threat to humanity's safety, Mikasa started to open her eyes to what was really going on. For so long, Eren was at the center of Mikasa's universe, and everything she did was for his sake. While it was hard, Mikasa came to the realization that putting the well-being of others before the well-being of Eren for the greater good didn't mean she left him any else. She started putting her trust in others. No matter the circumstance, Mikasa would go against what was accepted of her if the security of those she cared about had been compromised, suggesting she had little trust in her superior and fellow soldiers to keep her loved ones safe. Mikasa has always had an unfaltering loyalty to her friends. Levi Ackerman is somebody who challenged her worldview. He was able to coax her into trusting him and his ideas, even though they seemed like they would threaten those Mikasa was so desperate to protect. Dubbed humanity's strongest soldier, Mikasa witnessed Levi's true power firsthand and grew to trust him and his decisions. Mikasa began to allow herself to start relying on others. Fiercely independent, Mikasa always found herself face to face with people much tougher than her. While independence itself isn't a fault, Mikasa's pride would get in the way of her asking for help. Like her Ackerman relatives, she maintained a strong front in order not to appear weak. Armin always agreed with Mikasa, even when Eren didn't. He was the voice of common reason, something Mikasa found herself relying on. Armin was more than happy to be the one to keep Mikasa anchored when she found herself going astray. So thank you for watching this video and devoting your valuable time to us. If you want to see our other videos, don't forget to tap the subscribe button. Goodbye until another video from AnimeVid.